Let's go ahead and clap it out.
When I was 10 years old, I started sparking interest in skateboarding. I remember all my friends would be skating around the neighborhood, and I was the only one without a skateboard. So I would often pay them like a couple of dollars to let me borrow their skateboard for the day. After doing that for a while, our local security guard offered to buy me my very first skateboard. I was so happy, and I took the offer, and as soon as he gave it to me, I went back home and put it together as fast as I could. I skated for about 2 days, and one day I was going down a hill, and my wheel came off, and I happened to fall down. And right there, I knew how important it was to have a perfectly assembled skateboard. Learning how to assemble a skateboard with the proper tools and techniques is very easy. Having a properly assembled skateboard can make the difference whether you're landing your favorite tricks or falling straight into the ground. According to the 2011 New York Times, more than 129,000 skateboard injuries have been reported in the last 12 years. This can easily be avoided by taking the time to assemble your skateboard. It only takes a couple of seconds to a few minutes to get it properly right. Before attempting to ride the skateboard and fall down like the way I did, I'm going to show you the things you will need to set up your skateboard. Secondly, I'm going to show you how to put everything together, and lastly, I'm going to demonstrate how to make the final adjustments on how to assemble your skateboard. Most of these items are fairly inexpensive depending on the brands that you buy. They can all be found in a local skate shop or sporting goods. You're going to need a real razor. You're going to need a sheet of grip tape. It's kind of like sandpaper. You're going to need a set of wheels, new ones. They come in a pack of 4 and they depend on size depending on your own preference. And the bearings depend on, the speeds depend on whichever speed you want to buy, and they come in a pack of 8. There's 2 per wheel. You're going to need a set of trucks, some new trucks. These are independent, and you can adjust them to be loose or tight however you want. And they're typically made out of metal. Some of them are made of titanium. You're also going to need a T-tool. It's shaped like a T, so there's different shapes to it, and it has all the measurements you need to assemble your skateboard. And you're going to need regular just nuts and bolts, including your board. So now that I told you the stuff you need to assemble your skateboard, we're going to start off with the grip tape. You're going to peel it off the package, and we'll pretend that doesn't have grip. You're going to set it over your skateboard, but you just don't want to set it all at once. It's kind of like putting a protector on your phone. You're going to start on one side so you won't get air bubbles. You'll slowly do that so it's stuck on all of it. And then you're going to grab your T-tool. You can use whatever part of it. You're going to start sanding down the sides of it until you trace your whole board. Once you trace your whole board, everything's intact. You're going to grab your razor and you're going to start at any side that you want, wherever you feel comfortable. And wherever you start, you're going to go all the way around and end in the same place. So once your grip is on, it'll look like that. And now you're going to start to put all your bearings inside your wheels. So you're going to take all your bearings and stick them on your wheels and get your hardware and trucks, and you're going to start assembling into your skateboard like this one. So once you got everything assembled on there, you're going to make sure that they're tight enough. You don't want to have them too loose or too tight. So you just mess around with it until it's perfect. And now you have a solid skateboard. Now that your skateboard is complete, we're going to go back and make the proper adjustments before you actually get to skate it. So you're going to have remaining grip tape from when you cut it. And with the remaining grip tape, you're going to sand down the sides. That way your grip tape doesn't come apart. What a lot of skaters like to do, you just set it on the ground and just go like that and keep it intact. Next, you're going to, my board's all warped from the sun. Next, you're going to flip your board to the side and make sure all your wheels they're not too tight or too loose, because sometimes you just tighten them and they won't spin, or other times it's too loose and you'll happen to fall the way I did. For the final part, you're going to tighten your trucks or loosen them. A lot of skaters like tight trucks, others like loose, so you're going to keep messing around with this for a couple of seconds to minutes and try it out until it's perfectly fine. Now your skateboard is completely intact. Riding a perfectly assembled skateboard It's important because you don't want your skateboard to get damaged and you don't want yourself to get hurt either. So I showed you the tools you need to assemble a skateboard, I showed you how to assemble the skateboard, and I demonstrated how to make the final adjustments before riding your skateboard. Now that I've taught you how to assemble a skateboard, I hope you don't make the same mistake that I did, which caused me to fall into the ground. So I hope you all have a good time with your new assembled skateboard.